Very good day, dear students. Here I am again with the 12th session on robotics. I'm Shomodip, the faculty for robotics for you. And let us continue our previous session. That was the 11th session. We read about the printing function, that is the serial print and serial println. So now let's proceed further, okay? And let us get to know about more and more functions and syntaxes about how to code in the Arduino IDE. So here we are, and let us begin. Now, serial read. This is the new function that we are going to study at first, that is the serial read function. So let me show you fully, and yes. So the serial read or serial.read in Arduino reads the incoming serial data in the Arduino, okay? The int data type is used over here. It returns the first data byte of the arriving serial data. It also returns 1 when no data is available on the serial port, -1. Okay. The syntax used in the Arduino programming is serial.read. Okay. And with a parenthesis, of course, with the first letter, that is the first alphabet S, to be capital, as we know already for all the serial parts. Now, the word serial, it signifies the serial port object. Now, serial signifies the serial port object, that we know already because previously also we have discussed about it. Okay, so in serial read and serial advanced. So the data is stored in the form of bytes, where 1 byte, of course, means 8 bits. Okay, this is a very common thing. This we all know that 1 byte means 8 bits. Okay, so this is about serial read. So serial read, what does it do? As the name suggests, dear students, is basically reads the data available. See, now proving and showing you with an example, with a real-time example that I have been working upon is very important. Okay, to see the actual structure of the code and actually using it, what you are studying, is very important. So first, what we have done, first we have taken int arriving data byte, okay, to begin with. Okay, then in the void setup, what we do is serial.begin 9600. We've set up the rate over here as we were setting previously as 4800. We can also set it 9600, not an issue with that. Then in the loop function, what we have written, if serial.variable greater than 0. So the condition we have given that in an if condition, that if the serial.available, if greater than 0 value is available, then arriving data byte equal to serial.read. What will it do? I've written in the command line, if you can see, it will read the incoming or arriving data byte. Very simple job, just to read the arriving data byte. The serial.print, that is the data byte received, and then serial.println, that is arriving data byte. So this we can print it in a new line when we have given the command print.ln. That means we want to print it in a new line, basically. That's why we are giving it. Okay. Now the above code clearly explains, if you can see the above code, that serial.available is used to get the available number of bytes if it is greater than 0, right? That was that's the whole condition that we have taken over here, right? If it is greater than 0, then only it is used to get the available number of bytes, right? The serial.read, what does it do? This function will read the data from the data byte and print a message if the data is received. All right. Okay. Now the data is sent from the serial monitor to the Arduino over here. All right. This is the whole process flow. Okay. When we are using serial.read. I hope it is clear to everybody. Okay. Let's see further. Okay. See, this is the serial dot read string. Okay, now we're moving further into serial read. So you see, it reads the incoming serial data from the serial buffer in the string. Okay, the string data type is used here. Okay, not int. It's the string data type which is being used over here. And if you see very clearly, the most important or the very important thing over here would be, you see the S of serial is in uppercase, and the S of string is also in uppercase. Okay. Other than that, all the other letters are as usual lowercase, and there is a parenthesis. So these things, these syntaxes, these formats that we are using, you must be remembering these. Okay, because without going on in this same manner, okay, there it will be an error. Okay, if you write this thing, this whole thing, without giving the proper uppercase, or without giving the proper lowercase, anything like that, okay, other than the mentioned said thing, it will give an error. The program will not work properly. See, so there's an example for you, of course. String b. Okay, so we've taken a string b. All right, now in the void setup, we have given serial dot begin as 4800. We've set up the rate. Okay. And in the void loop, we've given a while condition. Okay. So these are basically loop conditions like for loop, while loop, do while loop. You must have read that in the C programming. Okay. So while serial dot available, we have given B, that is the string over here, B equal to serial dot read string, that is reading the string command, and serial dot println b. Now we can print the b. Okay. All right. This is how we can code use the serial dot begin and serial dot read string command. Okay. All right. Let us move further. Now the code that was shown previously, like the example code, it explains that the serial dot read string is used to read the serial data into the string. The string specified here is b, like we have taken the b as the string we have mentioned over here. The data in the serial function is read as a string in the above code. Okay. There's a difference, that's the basic difference between the previous example that I provided and this example. Now, how serial data is read by serial dot read string and serial dot read? Let us see. The serial read function reads the data in terms of bytes, while the serial dot read string reads the data in terms of string, right? So that's the basic difference between the dot read and dot read string, right? Now it's very much like clear and specified by the name itself. Okay, let us move further. So we have read already. Now we need to write. Okay, so serial dot write. Okay, very simple in command. So it's very simple to the human language. That's why it's very easier to understand, very easier to comprehend. Okay. All right. It sends the binary data to the serial port in Arduino. The data through serial.write is sent as a series of bytes or a single byte. Okay. The data type is size. Okay. The serial.write function will return the number of written bytes. Okay, that we have written already. If we want to send the digits of numbers represented by the characters, we need to use the serial.print function instead of serial.write. Okay, that's the difference. The format, how to write it, is very much specified and very much comprehensible, very much understandable from the picture that I have provided. Okay, that's why I'm providing these images to specify the format, how to write all these things. Now the serial.write is declared in three formats. Okay, let's go deeper into that. So what are the three formats in which we can write the serial.write? Okay, number one, write str within the parentheses. Number two, write value within the parentheses. Number three, write within the parentheses buffer, comma, len. Okay. Now, what does this mean? Now, I know you can like guess the full form of len. Okay. Now, serial, it signifies a serial port, of course. Like from the beginning itself, we know that. Okay. STR, of course, it means string, which sends the data as a series of bytes, right? Since it's a string, it's a series of bytes. Okay. Buffer. Now, it is an array that is used to send the data as a series of bytes. Okay. That's what the work of buffer is. Value. It sends the data to the Arduino as a single byte. Okay. len, it signifies the number of bytes, okay, which can be sent from the array. So len basically stands for length, okay, and that is why it signifies the number of bytes, okay. All right, that's what is, and let us move further. Let us see another example. Okay, the most important things. I hope you are noting down the examples so that you can apply these in the Arduino IDE and see by yourself, right? That if your faculty is telling the right output, giving you the right output or not, so you must verify it by processing these codes in the Arduino IDE. Okay, let's see. So inside the void setup, we have said serial.begin 14400. It depends, like it's not a specified thing. You can change it, of course. Okay, no issue. All right. Now serial.write 55, the specified value. Now serial.write send the data as a byte with this value. What is the value? Specified given over here, that is 55. Now 8 byte to send equal to serial.write Arduino. Now what does this line refers to? What does this line means? It sends the Arduino string. Okay, so Arduino is basically a string. It sends this string. The length of the string is a return parameter in this function. That's how we can specify. That's how we can write this code. I hope it is clear to everybody. Okay, it was a easy bit. All right. So these were the basic thing that I needed you to understand in this session, right? So let us give a very quick recap. There are, see, the main part I am making you understand is about the way to be written, the syntaxes, okay? And what does this do? This you need to understand, right? What you need to remember, what you need to note down are the functions that I am making you understand. For example, Arduino serial.read, okay? Then println or print or write, okay? Or in advance, like read string, okay, dot read. All these things you need to remember when to use, how to use, and in which way to use. Okay, so this is one of the example. I'm showing it to you again. Okay, then for serial write, this was the example. Okay, so I hope you have noted it down. I hope you have understood all the things. All the functions are clear to you right now. So that is it. That is it for this session. Okay, and we'll again be continuing in the next session. All right. Till then, take care and thank you for being so patient. Bye all.